Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another multi video. So in today's video I've got another tier list for you guys, and in today's video we have basically a new ancestral monster, and this is going to be the best monster tier list for PvP, only PvP, for those of you guys that were wondering. So if you guys want to know who right now is the best monster that you can invest in that will carry you to the top on PvP, this video will help you out, specifically only ancestral monsters. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's gonna get started. Alright guys, so a couple of you guys have already went ahead and commented on my recent videos, and you guys know I like to listen to and read comments and listen to your feedbacks. So a couple of you guys did leave comments where you were like basically mentioning to make a tier list for ancestral monsters, basically, because we do have a new ancestral monster, obviously Everest, and I did make a ancestral tier list video. I'm not sure if she was actually included in my previous one, but if she wasn't, well, this one will basically include her. And again, this is only for PvP, and this is my opinion. So if you guys have like a different opinion, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your tier list of what changes you would make, but not everything is official until the end of the video, so make sure to watch until the end. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and get started. Obviously we got to put him in D. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys that are actually new to tier list, you're like, what the heck is this? Well, basically, let me just put it in simple words. Actually, I already went ahead and kind of did it. So S tier means that the monster is the best of the best, okay, all the way to the top. So if I were to put, for example, Stormbringer all the way to the S, that means this monster is amazing, definitely dominating right now in PvP, and you should invest in it for sure. But let's say if I put this monster on D, that means obviously it's the worst. I kind of did the grading here. Let's just put a percentage next to this. I think that will actually help you guys kind of like understand this better. But let's just say if I were to grade this, right, this would be 100% and 90%. So A is like pretty good. It's almost excellent, obviously, but not quite, you know what I mean? There's just slight flaws. And then when it comes down to B, that's basically average, so it's pretty good, but you know what I mean, doesn't deserve the A or S spot. And then C means it's meh, you know what I mean, like a 50-50, let's just say. And then D, obviously worse, don't invest in it. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and actually start with this. And like I said, this monster deserves D spot. You guys already know this. Come on, like it's this guy, you know what I mean? He's nothing. Yeah, he gets destroyed. Like if you were to take this 150 against maybe like a 130 or like a 120 just injustice, he would like literally destroy him, you know what I mean? So this monster is just horrible in general. I feel like this would be the last monster you should invest in general, although this video is specifically for PvP. All right, so yeah, I made this, by the way. I don't know how I can actually share this with you guys, for those guys that like want to kind of make your own, but anyways, it's like a template that I made myself. Anyway, so we have this monster, obviously D spot. And let's go ahead and pick another random monster. Let's do, I'm thinking, what if we do Just Injustice? Right now Just Injustice is amazing. Like he is dominating like crazy. Like he is the new Cupid. He's the new Serpentix of the meta, you know what I mean? Like he right now is all the way to the top. I feel like this monster is just phenomenal. I don't think he actually has any flaws. Do you guys, if you guys think he has any flaws, let me know in the comments down below. But from what I see, he has almost everything. He just basically checks off everything in the list. Only thing I feel like he, maybe you can probably do something against him is he can actually deny him. Like it's so easy to actually deny this monster. But besides that, I feel like he's pretty good. And obviously one thing that kind of sucks, but I mean I understand, because or else he would be like, you know, game breaking, is his ultimate doesn't really work against Grafania Iron Wings, which I mean I understand, you know what I mean. There's that obviously, but those are the only two things I could actually think of. The fact that this monster could actually get denied easily, except maybe Total Blind, and obviously Grafania Iron Wings, his traits are basically a counter towards his awakening, because once he gets his awakening, which is super easy for him to obtain, by the way, a lot of players are actually abusing the I want to say abusing, but they're really using what you might call it, this monster combined with Albanasa and Elvira. Right now, if you go to PvP, those three monsters, almost every player is using it, and it's a really good team. I mean, you know, I wouldn't hate on it. It's a good setup. You know what I mean? Whoever thought about it first, that's actually really good. You have the double damage, triple damage. You have evasion on your side. You have torture immunity. Basically have almost everything, which is insane. You know what I mean? You have hardened hater, which is triple damage, or sorry, umbrella hater, triple damage. Their light weakness is just so much stuff. Basically, this monster I feel like deserves S spot. I just had to go off with them on that monster because that monster just deserves S spot. Anyways, next monster we're gonna go ahead and pick would be, let's do Everest, the new monster. What do you guys think? In my personal opinion, I think Everest is pretty good, but I would say he doesn't deserve S spot, and he doesn't deserve B spot either. I feel like he is A. What do you guys think? I mean, he's very good right now. Like, you know, the fact that he could resurrect, it's cool and all. And if you actually pair it up with this monster, it goes even better. And obviously, you can probably throw in Dumbane in there as well. That trio can do a lot. Obviously, I'm sure players are actually using that already. So Everest with Genza with Dumbane, those three can actually dominate pretty well, but it is lacking. Obviously, it's supposed to be an attacker and like a supporter in a way, you know what I mean? His awakening, I feel like his awakening could have been a lot better. What do you guys think? Like, his awakening could have been like, let's say he resurrects all allies. Instead of possessing the enemies, you could have done, for example, either mega possession or mega control in general. Like, throw in a random control on them and it would be a mega control, for example. So it could be like a mega baby reversion, it could be a mega freeze. I feel like that would be a lot better. And some of you guys, for those guys that are already comment and be like, oh, monster, that's a little OP, don't you think? Well, not really. Look at Just Injustice, and that's what makes this monster so good. The fact that his awakening is just so easy to obtain, and obviously how game breaking it is, in my opinion. It's so overpowered. The fact that you can gain control over the battle with PRing, trade disabling, and mega stunning everybody, come on, like, there's nothing that could really top that. So yeah, I would say he deserves A spot, okay? But anyways, we might change that later on. We'll have to see. Moving on to the next random monster we're gonna pick up is Wraith Skin. So this monster for PvP, I would say he's I really want to give him a C, but at the same time maybe a B. I think I'll keep him where I'll keep him at 50% C spot. Okay, for now. If I do change my mind, I'll go ahead and do that. The only reason why I actually did that is because this monster is supposed to be like a tank. Okay, it's supposed to be a tank. His awakening's a bit like different from everybody else. Not the best, obviously. I don't know how I feel about his awakening, but basically with ancestral monsters, let's put it this way, what makes ancestrals so good is awakenings. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everybody that obtains, or for example, when there's a new ancestral monster getting introduced into the game, the first thing players do is head over to the game and head over to their awakening, their ultimate, to see how OP that is. I feel like that just gives you a idea on how the monster will function, how OP it's gonna be. For example, when Just Injustice first got released, everybody looked at the awakening. Oh my gosh, he can basically gain control over the whole battle. He's gonna be OP, and look at him, he is OP. So I feel like with this monster, you know what I mean, he's a meh. So I'd probably put him in C or B, but if I change my mind, I'll probably move him up a spot later on, or even move him down a spot, but we'll have to see. Anyways, next monster that I want to go ahead and select would be this one, the Magic and Spader. This monster is so good right now on PvP, guys. In my personal opinion, I think she deserves A spot. Because this monster would go very well with this guy, Everest, or you can even pair him up with another monster like maybe Grifania. Not many players are actually doing Grifania. They're doing this monster because the stats are up to date. Obviously, he is somewhat of a resurrector as well, like a supporter. So these two go together, plus when you combine Dumbane, like I said, that trio actually performs very well because of the Adventurer's Ascent as well. So I feel like that trio actually functions and does performs very well. So for now, I'm gonna put her on A spot with Everest, but if I do change my mind, I'll go ahead and do that later on. Next monster I want to go ahead and mention and talk about is the one and only Baba Bashir. So when it comes down to Bashir, actually let me not do Bashir. Let's do Grifania. What do you guys think? For Grifania, I feel like he's pretty good. You know what I mean? For PvP though, I really want to give him the A spot, but same time I might leave him on B for now. The only reason is we have this as a competitor, And then we have the new attacker slash resurrector that players are using over Grifania. Now, Grifania is excellent, okay? Don't get me wrong, this monster is amazing and all. But the only reason why players are stopped, they're kind of like moving over to, you know, these monsters instead is, first of all, his awakening, in my opinion, is a lot better. It's a lot easier to obtain, okay? This monster compared to this, right? Obviously, this is an attacker. This is like a hybrid monster. The reason why they're, I feel like, picking the one over the other is because this one stat is just a lot higher than this monster. Let's also not forget the fact that this monster actually has access to evasion and also dodge area, which this monster doesn't. I believe he actually does have a evasion skill, but it's like a self-support. You have to actually apply it, where he basically gains at the start of the battle straight away as a status caster. Also, I really like the fact that Grifania does have that immune to control, like a trait protection type of that, you know what I mean? I really like that about him, something that he doesn't have. But then again, like I said, stat-wise, and also new relics as well makes a difference as well, in my opinion, and also the element difference as well. So and you know, in terms of him not being as popular is because of him, you know what I mean? They have this guy as an option. So if, let's say, they didn't have this monster, what they would do is they would start using Grifania with this monster. So let's say one on defense, one on attack, or whatever, vice versa. The only reason is this guy, this guy's a menace, man. Like, he's a menace. I feel like because of him, Grifania players stopped, or not stopped, but like you see less of Grifania on PvP because of that. So right now I'm just gonna leave him in B spot, but yeah, if I do change my mind, I'll go ahead and up that. Anyways, the next one is Bashir, and this monster was a menace as well. You guys remember how game-breaking this monster was? Like the fact that you can literally PR everything, taking that as advantage with the relic, and basically getting your awakening next turn, and basically OTKing everybody, and just winning the battle, just like that. He was basically as OP as Just Injustice. But right now, I feel like because of the nerf, players stopped using this monster as much, like especially now that they have Everest. I feel like these two stand in the same league as each other. If anything, maybe Bashir just slightly higher, but I feel like he'll be the same as him later on when everybody has access to this monster and it's maxed out. But anyways, right, like you can go ahead and use Bashir with this monster and Dumbane. Obviously, that would be a good trio. But if you have this monster, obviously you want to pick him because he's new, stats are better, maybe traits as well. Although they both have dodge area, I understand that. But again, this monster, you know, it's new. Also, besides the traits, the awakening and all that good stuff, like it just works so well with Dumbane and this monster. So, but again, you know what I mean? These two with Dumbane also makes a good trio, but these two I feel like with Dumbane makes a better trio, especially the fact that he got nerfed. If he never got nerfed, I feel like he would be in the same category for sure, if not probably S tier for sure. But right now we're gonna leave him in B spot. Anyways, next, moving on, we got this guy. Now with Tideborn, I feel like Tideborn is a bit more useful. I haven't actually seen PvP like the bottom leagues as much, but I feel like this monster would actually work very well in the current PvP whatchamacallit, like meta, you know what I mean, because of his block resurrection. I have been seeing some Tideborn users here and there when I actually attack, but obviously that is the bottom league, like legendary league, like legendary 4 or 3 obviously, or top 1000. But I'm talking about the top 100. I feel like he gets used, but not as much as obviously the top one. So I feel like I should probably leave him in 75. I feel like if there was like another option here where it was like 65 or 70, I'd probably put him in there, but we're gonna put him with these three for now, and if I do change my mind, I'll go ahead and do that. Then we have Stormbringer, and Stormbringer in my opinion deserves 50, so C spot for sure. Kind of weird because I mean I've been seeing less of Grifania and more of Tideborn, which makes sense because to counteract his awakening, it would be nice. If I had to put them in order, I would do him and then maybe Bashir and then Grifania last. So it would be like, for example, you know how the way it is right now. But actually, yeah, you know what, we can keep Stormbringer there. I feel like Stormbringer could have been a lot better, like you know, he could have definitely offered more. Also, the reason why I actually put some of these guys in the bottoms here is because these guys are just dominating like crazy right now. If you actually check PvP, these three are just the top because of Bane. There's also her, which actually, again, Anticipation, negative sound effects, and all that other good stuff. It's really good, and she is crazy. Like, this monster counteracts this and a few other monsters like crazy, so you got to be careful. She is really good. I kind of want to put her in a S spot for sure, but we're gonna just leave it in A spot for now. If anything, I'd probably do it something like this. I don't know, I kind of like this monster more than Everest. So what do you guys think? You guys like, oh, I mean, we can't really compare because they're two different monsters, they have two different rules, so I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, this is something that I would say you guys can invest in. Like, this is what it would actually like look like if I had to, you know, do a tier list for these ancestral monsters. It's kind of funny. It's literally a triangle. You guys see this? But anyways, guys, the best monster you guys can invest in right now with your tickets would be this monster for sure. So invest in him first, get him to 140, 150, whatever, max it out, then move on to either her or him. You know, I probably personally do this one. She's really good. Anticipation always comes in handy, so she's really good. Then you could do Everest. Then you can move it on to one of these three. It could be Bashir, Tideborn, or this. The only reason why Tideborn became so more popular now is because of him, because of his awakening, to kind of counteract that. You know what I mean? Because his trait has block resurrection. And then we got these two, and then this is last. So once you have all these monsters maxed out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have all these 8 maxed out, this should be your last option. I feel like I really feel bad for him, but SP did him really dirty, so it's not my fault. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and opinions on this tier list, and also if you have one of your own, let me know in the comments down below, and I'd love to hear you out. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace out.
You just rather watch me fall from a golden mile.